What is going on, Taurus? Y'all doing all right? It's time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's happening with you guys in the second week of December. December week 2. So it's a weekly check-in. So it's just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of this video. All right, let's see how the energy's looking between Taurus and the person they're dealing with. How's it looking? How's the energy looking, Taurus, and the person they're dealing with? Is this deck going to get an attitude with me? Come on now. There we go. Okay. How's the energy looking, universe? Oh, two of wands reversed. I'm sorry, two of swords. You know what that means, right? Two of swords reversed is a final decision. That means a decision is being made. Let's see what that decision could possibly be. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Whoa! Maybe you're just deciding that being single and independent for right now is the best choice for your path. Hmm. Yeah, wow. It looks like some of y'all putting your goddamn foot down. No games, no bullshit. Looks like this is no bullshit 2026. Either give me my fucking person or give me no one. Boy, you'll meet them like that. Oh, you stay on that path. You really stay on that path, but you have to let it go first. I'm not going to dig this all the way up, but you stay on that path. If it ain't my fucking person, I don't want him. You're going to meet him, but it only happens after you finally let it go. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Maybe some of you are dealing with somebody that has an addiction issue, or maybe you're just coming to the conclusion that they're just an overall fucking toxic individual. I don't know. But what is the best card, major arcana, to go with the Two of Swords reversed? The Judgment. Final decision. And don't get it twisted. I think this is a painful decision. It's not an easy decision to make, but you're finally putting that foot down, saying fuck it. Because you feel it deep down in your soul that the universe has something better for you right around the corner. But it's around the corner and up the mountain. And you can't make it up the mountain holding on to this dead weight right here. And you know this. Okay, some of you dealing with a Gemini. I also have Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo again. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Damn, dog. Well, let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. Since we started off with Gilded Tarot, let's go with Gilded Tarot Royale. One of my favorite deck combinations. I don't know about anybody else, but my decks have to work together in teams. I don't know why I've always been that way. Don't know why I've always been that way. I got 20 fucking decks on my table here. Does anybody else do that? I'd never seen anybody else do that before I started doing that. I didn't plan it. I was just like, I always like to have at least 2 or 3 decks. And then I just started adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And now I got 20 motherfucking tarot decks on my table here. Look at this shit. That's what my table looks like. That's all the decks I have to grab from right there. Anyway, I'm trailing off, ain't I? All right, let's see this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Okay, hang on. Three of Swords reversed. Don't know what to say about that yet. Hold up. Well, first of all, you know you're dealing with a page of wands, right? You know that, right? So, in other words, this person is entirely too immature for you. Entirely. Ridiculously immature for you. They do want to be with you, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. They do want to be with you. They do want a long term stable relationship. But it's just like when you ask a kindergartner, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they say, a fireman, a policeman, a doctor, an NBA player. You know, in their mind, they're serious. But do you think they're really mature enough to understand what they need to do to get there at that age? No. This person's a codependent. They want you to come chasing after them. They do. They absolutely do. And I think they're patiently waiting, very patiently waiting for you to come chasing after them. Could be a Sagittarius for some of you. So, this kind of looks like one of those push pull type of things where they just want you to come chasing after them. They want to be with you, but on their terms, right? They don't want to change nothing. They want to be with you, and in their little immature mind and fantasy fairy tale land, the relationship will work if you do it their way. You need to do things my way. I don't need to change shit. You need to stop doing this. You need to start doing that. You need to stop doing this way and start doing that way. You. If you would just do everything my way, it'll work. I got news for you. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Okay, let's get the advice. Doesn't really sound like it needs advice, but we will see if any advice wants to come through. Do doody doo booby doo boop booby doo. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Your number one goal is healing from this right now. Number one goal. Number one goal. Okay. And I mean, at the end of the day, the reason why that's the number one goal is because vibration is the primary law. This goes beyond your love life. This extends out into every other area of your life. The primary law is the law of vibration. So I know we all get to thinking, yeah, I want to accomplish this goal and I want to manifest that and this and I want my life to look like this and that. Well, that ain't going to happen until you're vibrating different. Period. Period. End of discussion. You don't attract that life. Any aspect of it. Any aspect of it. You don't attract the love life. You don't attract the types of friends and acquaintances that you need in your life to help you build that life. You don't attract the types of situations and scenarios and offers and opportunities. You don't find yourself walking through the open doors of opportunity until you vibrate different. That's why I always tell you the number one goal is healing. That's the reason why. There's nothing arbitrary when I say that. I don't just say it because it sounds cute. Go into 2026 saying this year is going to be the year that I become a different person. All the other things will fall into place. I don't need to try to figure it out. I don't need to go chase after it or sit and wait on it. Fuck it. It will come to me when the universe brings it to me. I'm focused on becoming a different person. 1 year from today, you're going to have to get to know me all over again. That's the goal. As long as you can stick to that, man, I'm going to tell you what. I'm a fixed sign too, just like you. We are some of the most stubborn, bullheaded, hard headed ass motherfuckers in the zodiac. But boy, I'm going to tell you what, that stubbornness can either be your greatest asset or your worst fucking enemy. It depends on what you're channeling it towards. If you're stubborn, if you're channeling stubbornness towards something like an addiction or loyalty to toxicity, that's going to be your worst enemy. But if you channel that stubbornness towards growth, towards change, towards evolution, you're unfucking stoppable. Unstoppable. It's just a matter of getting your ass unstuck and stuck on a new track. Nothing gonna fucking stand in your way. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. So, all right. Well, let's see how the energy's looking for the singles. Let's see what's coming in. What's coming in for the single Tauruses? How's the energy looking for the single Tauruses? Anything good coming in? Anything bad coming in? Anything new coming in? Anything old coming in? Anything coming in at all? I think there is a prospect. There is an opportunity, but I think that you're looking at this situation and deciding for yourself that I can do a lot better than this. You can do a lot better than a King of Pentacles in the reverse. A King of Pentacles reversed is what most of us say in layman's terms is a fucking loser, right? And being a loser, I'm not just talking about where they are in life, okay? I'm talking about why they are where they are in life. That's what makes you a loser. Why are you stuck at the bottom? Because you have no goals, because you're fucking lazy, because you don't believe in yourself, you have no motivation, you have no drive, no discipline. That's the question. And I'm thinking that you're kind of determining that this person might not be somebody that you want to build a life with. A lot of mixed energy in this spread here. Whole lot. Doesn't really look like you're going for it. I mean, you're not really walking away, but you're not making a decision either. You're not making a decision to take this and move it forward. Honestly, it kind of feels like somebody's a little bit more interested in you than you are them. For real. All right. Let's see their true feelings and intentions. And no, I do not think this is somebody you currently know. I'm not seeing that energy. What's their true intentions? How do they really feel about you, dude? What do they want with you? Okay, I'm not seeing any bad intentions in here. Actually, honestly, I think you intimidate them a little bit. I was gonna try to avoid that energy until the Four of Cups came up. They feel like you're out of their league. So that's another thing. So when it comes to where this person is in life, It's probably not at a very good place. And like I said, no judgment until you find out why they are where they are in life. And I think this is somebody who's at a low place in life because they have no confidence. They don't believe in themselves. They have no drive, motivation, discipline, self esteem. They're just the type of person that, I can never catch a break. Life is always out to get me. This always happens to me. I'm not good enough. I was born into a fucked up situation. I'm not the right race. I'm not the right gender. I'm not the right this. Me, boo hoo, victim, 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 victim mindset, you know? And yeah, most of us are getting kind of tired of hearing that shit in today's day and age, aren't we? And I think, I love it. I love it when that happens. This happens all the time. Like, I'm looking at a general overview of the whole spread. And then as I start describing it, the card comes out. That's the woe is me card, right? Boo hoo, I'm a victim. See, the funny thing about this card, this is the Five of Pentacles. You see, obviously, we have a beggar. But the funny thing about this beggar is that right behind her is a church. That's a window right there. And in that church is all the shit she needs to get her life back on track, all the help she needs. It's all right there, but she chooses to stand out there and beg. That's what happened to me. Matter of fact, you know what? 10 years ago today, 10 years ago today, I turned myself into the homeless shelter. Yup, that's fucked up. I just now realized that. 10 years ago today, I had spent the whole latter half of 2015 living under a bridge, eating out of a trash can, and drinking a gallon of vodka a day. And 10 years ago today is when I made that decision to turn myself into the homeless shelter. That was available for everybody. There wasn't nothing special. I didn't have no special privilege. Nothing was handed to me. I said, fuck this shit. I'm done with this. There was all the resources that anybody could ask for. Oh, dude, the fucking resources for homeless people. The area that I lived in, there was a very vast homeless community. Very vast. Very vast. And there were all these outreach programs and all this shit. I said, fuck it. I'm done with this shit. I turned myself into the homeless shelter and just started climbing up and up and up and up the mountain. Just like this right here. This was everybody else. Everybody else was doing this shit. I said, fuck this. I'm done with this. I walked in the church, took advantage of their resources. Anyway, though, that's fucked up. That was 10 years ago today. Anyway, okay. Let's get some advice. Man, just monitor the energy. Monitor that energy. If it's energy that you don't want around you, don't have it around you. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear this. It does not make you a bad person. It does not make you an evil person. It does not make you a selfish person to be picky about what energy you allow into your field. No, it does not. Oh, you think you're better than me? No, I don't. But if that makes you feel better and sleep at night, you go ahead and think that. Oh, you just think you're so much better than everyone. No, you think I'm so much better than you. I just don't want your fucking energy around me. Right? That's okay. You are not gonna ascend vibrationally if you're not picky about what energy you allow in your field. You got to be picky about that shit. You have to. And yes, people are going to get pissed off at you. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, people are going to get pissed. They're going to call you names. They're going to spread rumors. They're going to try to shame you publicly. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't care what you think. I'm climbing the mountain. If you don't want to climb it with me, I don't care. Fuck you. It is okay. If somebody's in your energy and you're like, ugh, I just don't want this energy around me, then don't have it around you. And fuck what they think. If you really want 2026 to be that year that you shift into a new vibrational frequency, it behooves you to be picky about the energy that you allow into your field. It's mandatory. Okay? Take that and do with it what you will. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Taurus family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.